Now we're going to cover a technique which is called cross of death. All right. This is a technique where somebody is going to grab you in a cross-collar choke, which is like a classic jiu-jitsu kind of a technique. But what I want to teach you in this technique specifically is how you're going to manipulate the elbows in such a way that he won't be able to apply the lock. All right. And once you understand that idea, then it also would work when you do this on the ground. Okay. I'm going to show you what I mean. This guy is going to come in with a cross-collar choke, so he's going to grab 1 and 2. I don't know how he got here, but maybe in a fight or in a confrontation he was able to put his hands in. And now, if I wouldn't do anything and he would pull this, that would, choke me out, which is a very good technique on itself. You were going to learn that also in your ground stuff. All right, but now what I'm going to learn is how I'm going to neutralize his elbows so that he won't be able to choke. The first thing you're going to do is with your left hand, is you're going to grab around, and you're going to grab his wrist, but you're going to anchor your elbow down, which neutralizes this elbow here. In this position only, he will not be able to choke me anymore. Try to choke me now. It's going to be hard, because he won't be able to lift that elbow up. Okay? Now, the second way of neutralizing this is by neutralizing the other elbow, by doing an inward block. So when I do this both at the same time, I've cancelled both elbows. Now he won't be able to choke me anymore. Okay? This is where I step forward and punch him to the face. Alright? You've seen that? So that's actually going to be like one move. So I'm going to neutralize, step, and punch at the same time. Now from this position, I'm going to pull my right arm back and I'm going to switch that check here. But I'm going to be very mindful of the fact that he's still able to choke me. Although I punched him, it doesn't mean that I knocked him out already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch that grip here and hold his elbow tight so that he still won't be able to choke me. Then I'm going to turn in the closed knee and I'm going to hit him with an uppercut. Alright? Then from this position, my left hand, the one which I uppercut with, moves from outside in. I'm going to grab something, and then I move up the circle. And when I move up the circle, I'll heel palm the face and turn his head the other way. Now what happens here is, because from this position I grabbed his arm, I neutralized his shoulder. So when I moved up the circle and pushed his head to that side, it actually is going to twist or even break the neck here. So it's very painful. Alright? Then from here I'm going to go through, and then I come up with an uppercut to the other side of the body here. This is where I let go of both his arms and shuffle forward with a sandwiching inward elbow strike. Now watch this again before we continue to the next move. So he's going to cross collar, so I'm going to check, hit, punch. Punch here, go to the outside, move up the circle, snap and break the neck here. Let go, punch him to the ribs here, go forward and hit him with an inward elbow strike. Now please come to this side and watch what happens from this side. Now I have done this elbow here. After my sandwiching elbow here, I'm going to grab the wrist with the left hand and I'm going to hook around with the right hand to his face here. And I'm going to anchor my elbow and pull his head back. But at the same time when I do that, I'm going to step around with the right knee and I'm going to knee his leg, so that's going to buckle his leg, so that brings him down. When I hook his face down like this, I'm going to bring him all the way down, but I let his arm fall on the top of my leg. And that will break his arm here. It will totally extend it and break it. Alright? Then I'm going to hook around and hit the shoulder and hit that arm out of the way here. This is where I come up in an inward downward roundhouse kick to the plexus solaris, and then I cross out. And that would be your technique, cross of death. Now stay there and watch the whole technique happening from this angle. So neutralize this, what punch, neutralize the whole grip here. Check, punch here. Now hook around, grab this, move up the circle, and hook his head down. Come up with an uppercut here and a sandwiching strike. Grab that wrist here, hook this, step around, buckle the leg here, and break that arm here on top of your leg. Move away that arm, come down with a roundhouse kick, and then you cross out. Now that's your technique, cross of death. Now if you notice, when Sebastian would be on his back, You're going your back down on the ground. And he would be able, guard close please. Most of the time, those grappling kind of guys, they do this from the ground. They pull you in the guard and try to choke you here. If I don't do anything, he's going to choke me. So you would do exactly the same thing. After you neutralize the elbows, then he won't be able to do the choke anymore. So same thing, you check this, and he won't be able, just try to choke me. There you go. And from that position, I would be able to do one of the other techniques in the system. All right? Thank you. Get up. So now you see this technique, cross of death, it works on multiple dimensions. You can do the stand-up, but you now have learned how you can avoid getting choked by neutralizing the elbows. This is your technique, cross of death, and we'll see you in the next video.